Fun times.
Let me ask you this, though. I don't think I've ever asked you this. What was your first impression when we met? Because obviously we have our relationship now and how things have gone, but...
Yeah, crazy, and I never heard about you until I knew I was coming to Motor City, and who's the other goalie? It's Trav Virgin, look you up. Oh, shit. You make YouTube, no, whatever. So, and not that I never heard of you, but I've heard other people, like, say stuff about you, but I've never been, like, judgmental because I was like, I never met him yet, like, the hell I got to say about him, like, so once I met you, I was just like, cool dude.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, man. So, and then obviously we hit it off, and us not even being goalie partners, but just being on the ice, and then me picking you up from whatever that house was on the little lake and stuff.
Oh, Bill's guest house.
Yeah, Bill's guest house.
That was a beautiful house, too.
Yeah, getting Starbucks and all that shit. Like, yeah,
definitely. Your morning coffee runs?
Yeah.
Well, you get coffee, I get the 3 ice water cups.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, I needed coffee, so you needed the water.
Yeah, I already made coffee beforehand. I said, yeah, you want to go to Starbucks? Yeah, sure thing. I already made coffee, but I just need some waters.
No,
you can buy coffee. But yeah, those were good times, dude. Those were really good times.
Definitely.
The one story I like to tell too is I remember, I think we were playing Port Huron at home. Obviously, you're playing and I'm working the gate.
Yeah.
And I remember after the first period, because I always ask you, like, do you need things or anything I can do to help you, right, whatnot? You're like, man, I'm really hungry. I could use some food. It's like, you need some food? It's like, yeah, I could use anything. Okay. Rip off my gear, throw on my slides. I go up to the concourse. I'm like, hey, can I get a hot dog and a piece of pizza? Yeah. Boom, get the hot dog and the piece of pizza. I come running back. One of the guys is like, what are you doing? You can't be getting pizza. Oh, no, Babs needs it. He's hungry. And I delivered the hot dogs and the pizza.
If you could know the amount of times I've had somebody run and go get me food during the game from that point all the way till now.
That changed it.
So many times. It's been like, even if I eat before, first period, I'm starving. Like, so, yeah.
Who do you ask now?
Anybody, any of the healthy scratches, or even anybody. Anybody that's around me, I'd be like, hey, if I give you my wallet or something, can you go leave me like a few slices of pizza or like whatever. So, yeah, I'll go whisper it to him or something. But
you ever have guys talk back and say, no, I'm not doing that?
Hasn't happened.
No.
But I always ask politely too. I'm not like, hey, I'm hungry, rookie, go get my shit. Like, no, never been like that.
Did that ever drive you nuts? That really irked me when I saw guys doing it. Like, I have vet status, I have X amount of games, you're a rookie, do what I say, or else.
Yeah, it did to an extent. Like, with certain things I could see it, but with like general life bullshit, like how could you put that into effect with being a vet when we? Yeah, I've seen it my first two with Elmira and being with Delaware, but I'll mess around and be like, hey rookie, go make me a coffee or something, like something dumb like that. But I would never, like, in a serious manner, make a rookie do something, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's respectful.
Yeah, you're a player too on this team. I'm not gonna degrade you or.
Yeah, I remember a couple different times with different Fed teams, Watertown, Mississippi, whatnot, when a certain player or a certain guy would do that exact same thing, like, I have X amount of games played, therefore so and so should do this. And I just look at like is that necessary? Like we function on respect, right? Like men, like all we care about really in this world is respect.
Yeah.
That totally goes against all that and building that morale. So I shake my head at guys that do that. But I do get it for certain things. Like, hey man, I'm hungry. I'm gonna skip ahead of the line of you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, fine.
That's normal, like team shit. Like food gets here at the hotel. Guys who have more GPs go first. Rookies go last. Like.
Or even if you're like 3 games ahead of me, it's like, okay, that's fine. But when the guy with 1 game played is going ahead of the guy with 300 games played, I'll see you in court on Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. See you in court on Tuesday.
Remember fining me? Because I remember you gave me a good fine one time.
I know. What was it for?
The chicken fingers. Well, the 5-piece chicken tender basket. Because
I remember that because I remember thinking, like, that's just a stupid fine. Didn't even have to do that.
Well, because I got sent by, I think it was Colts. He was like, go get me some chicken fingers. And I said, okay. So I got him some chicken fingers, and I was like, well, I'm going to get myself some chicken fingers.
No.
And then, you gave it to me in court on Tuesday, like, Trav, you can't be going to get guys that are playing chicken fingers and also bring yourself some chicken fingers, or whatever it was. Maybe it was something along those lines.
That messes up what I say, because I always have people go get me food in the game and stuff too. So Stupid that I did it.
You're like, what do you call it? Like a climate change activist. I'm going to fly around the world and tell everybody how bad climate change is, but then I'm also going to do it while flying on my private jet. So,
Yeah, right.
and as long as you're up here, it's totally fine.
Cool.
But actually,
that.
you know what? Now that I think about it, I think we talked about fighting earlier. You fighting, I think, is the only reason that I got any playing time in Motor City. Because I got lucky and I backed up 2 games where I think you ran out of sticks because you smashed them all in the one game, and then you fought in Watertown.
Smashed them all in one game. That makes me look bad.
Well, because I think you only brought like 1 or 2 to the Port Huron game the one time, and then I think you whacked 1 or 2, and then you came to the bench, and I think Gordy was like, "Hey, Trav, where's your sticks?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't think he likes my sticks." And then I think you just kind of blew Gordy off, and Gordy's like, "Just get in there for the last like 2 minutes." Like, okay.
Huh. I don't even. I remember the Watertown one where I fought, but the stick one, I think I only came with like 1 stick. Ended up breaking in warm-ups, and I had to like, I think it could be a different game, but yeah.
Regardless, there was no sticks left to the end of it.
It's that Fed inventory for you, but yeah.
That's why you got to be the better goalie, and then you get the top line sticks, as opposed to the second and the third, which don't last very long.
You gotta work your ass off to do that, so.
And your sticks last long, and then they spend more in the budget.
There you go.
Which is nice, but
yeah. So
I was really looking forward to it. I know we talked about it last year, but when I got dished to Watertown, and then we were going to play each other, I think maybe like end of October, middle of November, whenever it was. We were talking about them. Hey, maybe you want to go. This might be kind of fun. Play each other, and then I got dished out of there like I think a couple days before you guys came to town.
Oh, okay. And then where'd you go after that?
Mississippi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. I didn't hear about it until we got to Watertown that you weren't there. I was like, damn, I'm supposed to be playing trash.
Yeah. Well, they Port Huron, and then they traded me to.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard all about
Watertown.
that after,
Yeah,
but I was just like,
45 minutes, shortest stint on any team in minor pro hockey history.
We do a hockey podcast called Sling the Biscuit every single Sunday. The clips, the bite-sized chunks are right here. Only the hits, the full-length show, which you don't want to miss, is right here. That's Dave. I'm Travis. We'll see you soon.